Well, we're a veteran team now, so a lot of the stuff that we practice and we do is a bit redundant. The guys know it, so there's not a lot of instruction and teaching going on as much as there is just, going over things and dotting the I's and crossing the T's. We're very deep this year in pitching, very deep all the way around. We have our entire starting team coming back, except for our DH and our left fielder, and one or two pitchers. Other than that, everybody came back. We added 7 pitchers to the roster, and coming out of the fall, we figured if everybody could stay healthy, we're going to be pretty good. We're pretty confident. Well, we have 7 transfers, probably the best job we've done in recruiting junior college transfers in a long time. A number of them, 5 of them are pitchers. We have Mike Bergen from Brookdale County College. We have Blaze Gaspari from Camden County College, and Blaze is a specialist. Blaze is a sidearm submarine pitcher, and he will only close for us, and we hope that he's going to have a remarkable season because every time he gets a save, we got to win, so that's a good thing for us. But watching Blaze pitch for Camden County College last year and getting him to commit to Stockton was exciting. Also, we have Matt Poinsett, who was a leading pitcher in Region 19 for Ocean County College last year. And Matt's going to come in and do a great job for us. He's an experienced college pitcher, and we're going to be counting on Matt probably at the beginning of the season to fill in mid-relief. And then probably by the time we get into the conference play and moving on towards the latter part of the season, Matt's talented enough where he could be in that rotation very quickly. Jim Schramm, you talk about an experienced pitcher. He first went to Rider College on a scholarship, transferred to Camden County College, had some arm injuries, got rehabbed, and now he's with us for his senior year. Anthony Tagliabashi is 6'5", right-handed pitcher out of Middlesex County College. And Anthony is intimidating. He's grown in terms of baseball knowledge immensely since the fall, and every day we see Anthony getting better and better, where he's going to be a factor at the end of this season just because he keeps learning and improving every day. Non-pitchers, we got Tim Patterson, a left-handed hitting first baseman from Camden County. We do not have a lot of left-handers in our lineup, so getting Tim to come here and play his last 2 years at Stockton was real big for us. Along with Tim is Rich Zonen, who's a catcher out of Ocean County College. Rich Zonen now comes to Stockton and solidifies that position for us. He's one of the leading hitters in his conference for Ocean County College. He's an excellent hitter. We think he's going to be in our lineup somewhere between catching and DH. We were real fortunate with the freshmen that came in. We have 5 very good freshmen. 3 of them are pitchers. Aiden Ryan is a lefty pitcher coming from Monsignor Donovan. And we only have one other lefty pitcher, and it's a senior, Adam Warburton. So Aiden coming from the left side is going to be big for us. Adam's brother, Dylan, is a work in progress. This kid is probably in the best physical shape of anybody on our team. He had a year rest where he was injured early in the year last year for Washington Township, didn't throw a whole bunch and took the summer off to rehab. Came to us in the fall throwing bullets. I mean, we got to work on his motion a little bit, make sure he has his control, but Dylan Warburton is going to do a great job for us, even as a freshman this year. And also with us is Kevin Buell from Ocean Township. Kevin was 6-1 last year for Ocean Township, one of the top pitchers in the Ocean County Conference up there, and we're looking for Kevin to come in and make an immediate impact with us. 2 offensive players is Bryce DePaula out of Rancocas Valley, who can pretty much play any position on the infield. I'm pretty sure if I asked him to catch, he would try that. He's just that good of a kid. But he's a hustler. He puts the bat on the ball, has real good range in the infield, and we're looking for him to be a successor to our upperclassmen who are playing in the middle right now. And also our 5th freshman is Trevor Ulensiks from Edison. And Trevor's an excellent lefty outfielder for us with good speed, and he's going to fill in a real good, important role for us in our lineup. But we need to get better, and those individual players need to get better. all of the upperclassmen have to get better. The good thing about the depth that we have is that they're all being challenged every day for the position. Behind the plate is Mr. Stability, Andy Oliver. This is Andy's third year with us. He took over for one of the best catchers we've ever had in our program, Nick Scalise. And Andy has done a remarkable job in every aspect of the game, not just hitting and fielding and throwing. He's got an excellent arm behind the plate. Nobody just runs on us. But the thing that Andy brings to the field more than anything else is his leadership. Personally speaking, I count on Andy a great deal to help me out. He's almost like having another coach on the field. At first base, we got Eric Danzer. Eric Danzer is one of those guys that has to hit this year for us. He's a great big kid. He's like 6'4", 235, solid, strong as a rock. But he's got to hit, and he knows that. But over at first base, he's got excellent hands, got a good arm, does a real good job for us. He's going to hit in the middle of our lineup. So, if he hits, we're going to score some runs. At second base, we have Luke Root. Luke, they call him Smooth, because Luke has such good hands and feet. The quickest hands I've ever seen in my life for a second baseman. And Luke's going to be a senior for us this year. He played 2 years at Camden County before and had a good year for us last year before he got hurt. We're going to try to keep Luke healthy this year. Backing Luke up at second base is Matt Mangarella, who's now a sophomore for us. Matt was an excellent hitter in high school. Had to get used to the college game, and this year is very confident, is coming out in practice and hitting the ball real well. This guy has good range at second base. We even consider putting Matt into the outfield a little bit, working him out at DH, but we got to get his bat into the lineup, and if he's successful, he's going to stay in there. At shortstop, as I said, we got Mark Jankowski. Mark is a junior for us, playing shortstop. And he was second team all-conference last year, which in our conference, that's a big deal. The shortstop on every team is the best player, and Mark made second team all-conference for us. Batted at like 353, had a really good year for us, has excellent range with a real good arm, and he's got good size. Backing Mark up is Brian Bessinger, who's a sophomore, much like Matt Mangarella, needed a year to get used to the college game, and is having really good practices and showing everybody that he belongs on that field. At third base, we have another all-conference player, Brett Solomon, who last year was all-conference utility player because he played first base, DH, third base. I'm sure he'd pitch if I asked him to, but I'm not going to do that. But Brett is an excellent, hard-nosed player. Had a great season for us last year. We have every reason to think he's going to do it again this year. Backing him up is a ton of experience with Travis Mara. Travis plays third base and he DHs for us. And as long as he hits, we have a joke on this team where you have to hit above my weight. Now, the other day it was 289, so I'm not going on a diet for anybody. Travis has to hit to be in that lineup. But if he does, he's going to be in there. It's that simple. He's a great kid, a real good team player. As always, since the day he came to us as a freshman, he's always put the team ahead of his own personal goals. And his freshman year, he's the NJAC Freshman of the Year. So he certainly brings the credentials to the field. Now he has to put it all together for his one last senior season. Our outfield is strong. Our outfield is very strong. Mike Bush comes back. He'll bat leadoff for us. Leads our team in stolen bases almost every year. He's very fast, runs like a 6'5", 660. He's got a very good arm, leads the team in assists every year from the outfield. And he's learned how to execute the short game, which is a big thing for a guy with his speed. In the outfield, he has no peer. If the ball's in the air, my pitcher walks off the mound because he knows Mike Bush is going to get to it, and he's going to catch it. The same can be said about George Eisenhart in right field. George is going to be our cleanup hitter to start the season, just as he was all of last season. George was an all-conference honorable mention last year. Has a cannon from right field. He's already thrown out a bunch of guys in the fall, which is pretty impressive. But George hitting behind Brett Solomon is a real strong offensive weapon for us because those two guys went to Clearview High School together. They've been playing together since they were little kids, and now they bring it to the collegiate level, and it's pretty much two guys thinking as one. Left field is going to be a battle. I have two excellent left fielders that I am positive could play anywhere else in our conference. They would be starters. Keith Tappert and Dan Sweeney. Neither of them hit real well last year, but defensively, they have no peer. They're very, very good. They're very fast. They're very smart. Dan Sweeney is a very, very capable player, as is Keith Tappert, and those two guys are going to battle it out for left field. The fifth outfielder is a young freshman, Trevor Ulenziks, who brings a ton of hustle to the practice every day and works hard, and he's learning from the upperclassmen, and I'm sure by the end of the year he's going to be seeing a lot more playing time. Behind the plate, I didn't talk about my two studs. We got Steve Struble, who was with the team last year. He's an excellent left-handed bat, and we're going to use Steve as a DH against righty pitchers. And he's going to back up Andy Oliver behind the plate as well. He's got a really good arm. Last year he had arm problems. This year he doesn't. So we're very confident in Steve, as well as all three of our catchers. Pitching. Again, the word is veteran. It's a veteran pitching staff. We start out with Adam Warburton, a lefty pitcher from Washington Township. Adam has an opportunity this year to break every pitching record here at Stockton. He's had a wonderful career here. Usually gets us about 6 wins a year. If we can jack that up to 8, 9, and 10 this year, we're going to be extremely successful. Brendan Stout broke a couple pitching records last year, and again, will be the weekend guy this year. He's a righty from Camden County College, and him and Warburton together on Saturday should be a real tough duo for other teams to try to beat. The weekday games are a little more up in the air. We're not really sure what we're doing at this point. We certainly want to give our veteran guys a shot. So to start the season, we're going to go with Brandon Trainer. He's probably going to pitch Friday nights for us, and Jason Fox will probably pitch on Thursday nights. We get into non-conference games. We have Ryan Adamski out of Deptford, and we have James DiPiazza, who was actually in our rotation last year and just needs a little more work. Doug Pastor has come such a long way with our program. Last year, Doug started the season in the bullpen and had a few good outings for us, and we were very pleased because he was so inexperienced as a freshman. We got into the playoffs last year, and we had 2 pitchers go down with arm troubles, and we turned to Doug and another freshman, Ryan Adamski, and next thing you know, they're pitching against a nationally ranked team in the playoffs, and they did a very, very good job. Had we made the plays behind them we needed to make, things may have been a little bit different, but having Doug to come back and anchor that bullpen for us as a sophomore is going to be big. It's going to be huge. My coaching staff, I have 2 new coaches this year. Jason Lita is formerly the head coach at Salem Community College, and he was also an assistant coach to his father, Ernie Lita, at Ocean County College for a number of years. Jason went to Lacey Township High School and then played his 4 years of college ball for Kane. So Jason's been around the game for a number of years. He's run a number of clinics with a lot of professionals, and he has brought a ton of enthusiasm to our program. Ben Flannery played for Cherokee High School, where was a very, very dominant figure in South Jersey baseball back in his high school days. And then he got a 4-year scholarship to Temple University, where he played for Coach Rob Valley there. Ben is big. He's 6'5". He's a former first baseman in college, and he's an excellent hitting instructor. Tom Weber is a veteran pitching coach, and by veteran I mean he's older than I am. I think he's about 2 months older than I am. But Tom has been around for a number of years. For 25 years, he was the pitching coach at Brick Township, and then he was the head coach there for 5 years. Tom's now in his 10th year with us here at Stockton. He's done an unbelievable job with our pitchers. Every single year in 10 years, our pitchers' ERA has dropped significantly every single year that he's been here. And we gave Tom a full pitching staff for once. He's done a lot of these jobs with 8 and 9 pitchers, and at the end of the year we were struggling just to put some good guys out on the field that weren't tired or hurt. He now has 15 pitchers to work with. 7 of them have junior college experience, and at least 5 of them have experience from here at Stockton. That's interesting, because when you talk about focused, you're not necessarily talking about goals. Of course, if you are focused, you'll reach your goals. To win every inning of every game. I think sometimes we make athletics tougher than what they have to be, and that goes for basketball and football and especially baseball. You're only as good as your last at bat. You're only as good as your next at bat. You can't worry about the whole picture because the little things will add up to one big thing and make you successful. If we win every inning, we win every game. It's that simple. So we have to have our pitchers go out after warming up for 20 minutes. This is a bug of mine. Throw strike one, not ball one, strike one. Our hitters can't be taking good pitches. We have to win that inning. We have to be aggressive. We have to put the ball in play. We have to knock in runs when they're in score position. It's not good enough to say good try to somebody. The trying days are over. We're a good veteran team. We have to be focused. We have to know what we want to do. We have to be successful at all the little things, and that's our focus, the little things, to win every inning, and then we'll win every game. It's always been a goal of ours to go a lot further in the playoffs. There's no reason with this much experience why we shouldn't be considered for an at-large bid for the Mid-Atlantic regions. There's no reason why we shouldn't go a lot further in the NJACs to solidify that bid. The days of just showing up to the NJACs and, boy, had a great year, that's not good enough. Should have gone further last year, had an unfortunate incident with injuries, and it didn't work out. But every year we got excuses for that. There can't be any more excuses. This has to be the year that we have to put enough pressure on ourselves to be successful in our conference playoffs and therefore have a very successful year. The things you do in March are greatly going to affect the things you do in May. And that's what we've been talking about all week. We start our season this coming Saturday in Florida, and we're excited. We can't wait to get down there.